Hey everyone, welcome to my channel if you're new and welcome back if you're returning. So this is season 2, episode 2 of Selling Sunset. I mean, it took us long enough to get here, but here we are. And I'm still trying to figure out like what is going on. Why can't these hoes just play nice together? It seems like they can never get it together. So we start out, the Ice Princess is back on the scene. You know, my girl Christine, she walks through looking like 4 million bucks. Her and her new man. Her new man is so cute. New boo is cute. But anyway, she's walking around. She's saying hey to everyone. As stated last time, I think I stated last time, it was so long ago I almost forgot. Mary had on the best outfit until Christine pulled through. So once Christine pulled up, it was game over for Mary. But I still like Mary's all red. It looked good. It complimented her skin tone, all of that. So we go and Chriselle is trying to avoid any and every bit of contact with Christine, and we know why, because Chriselle is kind of, you know, scared of her. I don't know why, but okay, well, I guess I do, because Christine's a handful, y'all. But Chriselle's talking to Heather. And they're talking about how Brett is so much in Heather's business. Brett can't stand whenever Heather gets a new man. He's always got something negative to say. And all of a sudden, Christine walks up. And I'm going to tell you, this is the true definition of classy nasty. Because Christine seems to have no respect for anybody else's conversation. She doesn't care what's going on. Heather's in the middle of explaining what's going on. Christine walks up. She slides down. She's like, hey, girls, how you doing? Everybody's like, hey, because they were in the middle of a conversation. Then she says, hey, Heather, do you mind if I talk to Chriselle alone? How do you just come bum rush the show like that? Like, how do you do that? I just love her. I love her, y'all. I love her. So Heather's like, okay, Chriselle, you gonna be good? Because, you know, and she's like, I'm okay. So Heather leaves. They have a conversation. And through the whole conversation, Christine actually humbled herself. She apologized. She wanted to make things better between her and Chriselle. And she's just like, listen, I just want to be friends. Chriselle's like, look, we can be cordial. We have to work together. I'm cool. You know, I'll just settle it. And that's that. And Christine's like, no, I want to be your friend. No, I want you to be my friend. No, listen, I don't want to just be cordial. I want you to be my friend. And Chriselle's like, well, I don't really know if I'm ready to be friends. Christine's like, well, I'm coming to you. I'm you know, bearing my soul. I need you to be my friend. I was like, Christine is just too much. Girl, listen, Chriselle, you better go on and be her friend first. She jump across that table at you, because we know Christine is not wrapped too tight. But so Chriselle kind of played it like, oh, okay, well, whatever. And, you know, I think she forgave her. So now they're going to be fake friends until Christine does something else, you know, shady and nasty, because I don't think she knows how to be any other way. And I'll tell you what I love, because throughout the whole, in the beginning of the scene, Christine is walking around. She's got her drink. She's just sloppy, you know, just kind of real loosey-goosey with it. Never spilt a drop. I'm talking about a drop. Nothing spilt out of that glass. You can see you can see the liquid just sloshing all around. Moving on. So Davina and Christine are pulling up to this house. And I'm just like, okay, what type of house is this? Because they had Christine super excited to go there. And she was just like, she's driving all crazy. Davina's grasping onto the seatbelt and holding onto the door. And she's nervous because Christine is wild. She's cussing out the drivers, telling them to suck her. I was like, all right, Doja Cat, all right. So they get to this house. And as soon as they go in, I see that Christine's clothes are matching the interior. Everything is really muted, but it's muted with a pop of pink here and a pop of purple there. Christine had on purple and pink with a little mini skirt and a sleeveless shirt with the jacket over her shoulder. I mean, just total class. So she walks through the house, and this house is gorgeous, y'all. Gray walls. Anyone who knows me knows I love gray, white, and black. That's it. My house, I want it to be stainless steel. My best friend said very sterile. Yeah, I like a house that looks very sterile, because I like cleanliness. So it's crazy. I'm just looking like, whoa. The house is amazing. And Christine said, you know, millionaires have views, but billionaires have compounds. All right, girl, I'm trying to get me a compound. So the house is amazing. Amazing. They're walking through, they're trying to price it, because Davina's client wants it to be anywhere from, like, you know, 80 to 100 million. And of course we know Jason and Brett are not gonna go for that. So Christine pretty much asked Davina, what are you gonna do if they don't let you get this property. And in Kristine's mind, she said a lot of the reason why she thinks that Jason is going to shoot her down is because the most expensive property Jason has sold was $40 million. So by her doing this, that'll blow his $40 million way out the water. I can see that because Jason and Brett seem to be that level of petty. But Kristine said, what are you going to do? So apparently you have to have a broker in order to work under, you know, to be a realtor. And if they tell her no, it's like, what does Davina do? Well, Davina has her brokerage license. So Davina can go into business for herself. The problem is the money that it would take to put behind an $80 million home would, like, you don't start there, especially from zero. So she doesn't want to do that, and plus that'll be like cutting ties with Jason and them. She's pretty much gonna say, yeah, I'm out, deuces. So that's not the route she wants to go, but Kristine put it in her head like, hey, you may have to think about that. And Davina's like, yeah, well, what would you do? Kristina's like, I'm out of here. If they do that and they don't give me this property, I'm gone. I'm gonna do my own thing, because Davina's actually in a position to do it. So anyway, we're moving forward. They get back to the office, and of course, you know, I told y'all, I know these are real people, so I don't want to talk too bad about it, but Davina's just not my cup of tea. Coffee neither. So she goes up to Brett and Jason, and she's going back and forth, and she's like all spiny and kind of slithery and kind of like, I don't know, like, oh, she looks like she like was like, I don't know, like a cold chill, like, I don't know, a cold sweats, like breaking out in cold sweats to have a conversation with them, and she's just slouching over and just kind of, I don't know. Anyway, they go back and forth. They don't want to give it to her. They're telling her listed for 49. Yeah, right. Did you see that house? Then they're like, okay, maybe 50,000. Did you see that house? So I was like, you know what? Kristine was 100% right. They're hating on Davina. That house is amazing, and it's worth way more than 50. But okay. They go back and forth. They're like, nope, we're not going to go. We're not budging over 50. Take it back to your client. Tell him it's embarrassing for him to even come at us asking for $80 million for that home. Okay. So the girls over there talking while, you know, Davina's trying to haggle with Jason and Brent. And we start talking about Heather's new man. Has anyone out there been a stepmom? And if you have, are you in contact with the original mother, with the natural born mother? So I asked that because this is crazy. Heather said that she texted the mother to put together, because she's got a boyfriend, he has a couple of kids, I think like 2 kids, texted the kid's mom because she's trying to throw a birthday party for her new boyfriend. So they're trying to coordinate times and, you know, get the kids together and just do a big family thing. All right. Kristine was like, what? You're texting the ex-wife for what? Oh my God, oh my God. I'm like, see, I think it's hard for somebody like Kristine to understand that you can be amicable and everyone can get along, because she's so snaky and so nasty that there's no way that she would ever be able to get along with her men's exes, you know, for the sake of the kids or just for the sake of being a decent human being. That's not Kristine. She's not a decent human being, so it would never work. So it's funny to see her response like, oh my God, why would you text her? You have her phone number? Oh, because Kristine is petty. Ananza chimes in. And, you know, Heather's like, why is that such a big deal? Ananza's like, you know what? Good job. I'm glad that you have a relationship with you trying to build a relationship with the mom. Because me and my ex-husband, I don't even know his new girlfriend. Hold up. What? Wait a minute. So you mean to tell me that your children go to somebody's house and they're around someone on a regular basis and you don't know who that woman is? Has anyone ever been in that situation? If so, comment down below what y'all feel about it, because I'm looking at it like, anywhere my kids go, I know who's there. If I don't know who's there, then my kids aren't going. Period. I don't care. It's not up for discussion. There's really nothing to talk about. If you don't like it, I don't know, make some kids somewhere else and govern them. It's just not, no. Like, anybody I have around my children, my ex would definitely have to know them, right? Like, why would you have men around your kids and they don't know, the men don't know the father? Just like, why would you have women around your kids, but those women don't know the mother? Isn't that standard? I don't know. So y'all comment down below what y'all think, because that was wild to me that it was weird that Heather had the ex-wife's number. I think Heather should have the ex-wife's number, because most of the correspondence, I think, would go through Heather and the mother. That's a woman. Why? You know, not the father. But now, Ananza said what bothered her, what made her nervous, is that Heather has been around them kids so soon. I think Heather and her man have only been together for a month. I would have to agree with Ananza. I'm sorry. I'm not to the point where I'm like, oh my God, it makes me so scared. No, not to that extent. Ananza overstepped a little bit and Heather had to check her. But to the point where I don't know, if you only been with them for a month, are you really with them? Like how long is it? And I don't know. I guess there are levels to this thing. But yeah, I think if it's only been a month, there's really no reason for the kids to be that close to Heather in that short amount of time. But apparently that's how they do it in Hollywood. So okay. So Ananza and Heather have back and forth because Ananza's like, well, when and if this ends, the kids are left in the crosshairs. I was like, oh wow, did she just say that to her? I mean, she's right, but she's really not right. What do you mean when and if? So Heather was like, when and if? Like, who said there is a when and if? Who said it's gonna end? Like, I could have understood if Ananza said if or when, but it was, if and when. So this is not gonna last. So pretty much she just told Heather what she had was a little, May December romance, and it's gonna end soon, and then the kids are gonna be left hurt because they got introduced to you prematurely. Heather said, listen, B, mind your business, blah, 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 blah. They went back and forth. So now Heather is super mad at Ananza. But I'm like, did you have that same energy for Brett or anyone else? Because it seems to me they're all coming for your relationship. So anyway, so other little details. So Heather goes to Brent's penthouse, his little condo or whatever they call it. I don't know what they're calling it, but it was huge. And I love the apartment, but something about me. So I hired a maid, a housekeeper, and I'm really finicky about certain things. Like, I need you to wipe down all the backs of the chairs before you wipe down the seats. I need you to not touch the seats and then touch my table. You gotta wipe the table first, do the seat part of the chair last. If you use the rag to touch the counters and the floors, you need to have a different rag to actually wash dishes, like stuff like that. So when they were in this house, it reminded me of when I was looking for my house, and I'm like, maybe I'm a little OCD. I don't know, but I think I'm not. I think that's just normal. Like, if you're gonna wash the sink where you brush your teeth and do all of that stuff, if you're gonna wash the handles, you have to wash that first and then wash the inside, like the actual basin, because why would you wash that part that you touch with your hand? Okay, anyway, I'm looking at his house. His house is immaculate. Love this apartment. Well, I don't absolutely love everything about it because I think the floors are a little old school. Maybe it's new money or old money and I'm new money. I don't know what's money, but listen, I don't like them floors. The floors are ugly, but the apartment itself is nice. Something that I hate, when I was looking for my house, we went to many houses, and if I saw this cut, we can leave right now because I'm not buying this house. If the toilet seat is near my tub, it's a game over for me. It's a negatory, not gonna do it. No bueno, I'm good. Basura, keep that house. So when they were in his apartment, I'm looking at the bathroom. The bathroom is laid, it's beautiful. But the toilet was next to the tub. Oh my gosh, and not just the tub, the toilet was next to the head of the tub. Is it just me, or do y'all see a problem with that? Because I'm not gonna run an apartment like that. I'm not gonna buy a house like that. If I see the toilet by the tub, we have to go somewhere else. I can't do it. So that bugged me about that house. And then I was just like, they were, I don't know, we'll move on, but that was cute. If y'all have like little pet peeves and little things like that, comment down below. Let me know I'm not the only one, and if I'm tripping, let me know I'm tripping. But I'm just like, certain, you have to use different rags to clean different things. If you touch the seat, you can't touch everything else. And so that whole tub near the toilet, I'm sitting in the toilet, I'm sitting on the tub, in the tub, but I've got like toilet in my mouth. No. So moving on. Brett was like hating on Heather about her relationship. Once again, I'm like, what does it do with Brett? I knew he had a thing for her. I thought they kind of had a little thing back in the day, but I can't remember. But it seems like anything that Heather does relationship-wise, Brett is going to always jump on it because I think Brett wants to be with her. The problem is he's short and he's got a lot of money and he maybe have a complex and he doesn't know how to settle down. He's a bit of a, he's all over the place, and that's not Heather. So they flirt and they play these games, but he's not really trying to be serious. So the fact that Heather's looking for something serious, it's always a source of entertainment for him. And he's always got the most critique. He comes down on her the hardest. So she didn't go at him at all like how she went at Ananza for saying something about her relationship. But Brett doesn't like the fact that she's in a relationship. He said he likes her better when she's single. She's more fun when she's single. I'm like, what you mean by that? But okay, moving on. So Mary and Romaine are getting married. We know this. And Davina had the conversation with Chriselle about the moissanite ring. So Romaine decides that he doesn't want Davina coming to the wedding because she made the comment about him being broke and paying for everything. Mary paying for everything and him getting her a moissanite instead of a diamond. And ha 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 ha. So Mary's telling this to Ananza, you know, that Romaine said no, Davina can't come to the wedding. My thing is, I don't know, I haven't had a wedding, but I feel like when I do get ready to have a wedding, my groom can't say that one of my close friends slash co-workers who I work side by side, literally side by side with, can't come to the wedding, because this is bigger than just a wedding. This is a work relationship, and they are all so, their personal lives are so intertwined to their jobs that it would be real ugly to see how this would turn out if Mary tells Davina she can't come and then they have to go to work Monday morning and life goes on. Now, I don't know. How do y'all feel? Comment down below, because he can't do that. Not my husband. Listen, I know she made that comment about your money being funny, and I'm sure his money is still funny. That's why it's still hurting him, because you know them hit dogs will holler, and this one is hollering. So I think he's still a little sensitive about the fact that she questioned his financial situation. And I mean, she would, because she seemed, you know, Karen slash Davina seems like she would be on that type of time. But she has to come to the wedding. You can't invite everybody else from the office and not invite Davina. That's crazy. Like, that's just bad business. And sometimes everything, you know, things can be personal, but then once you get out of the personal, you have to think from a professional mindset. And from a professional mind, Davina has to get the invite, period. So what do y'all think? Would y'all tell Romaine he's gonna have to get over it and Davina's coming to the wedding, or would you side with what your husband, your soon-to-be husband says? It's like, okay, well, fine. He doesn't want her to come. I do want her to come, but he said no, so I have to go with it. I'm not going with it. I'm sorry. Comment down below what y'all would do. Anyway, so misogyny at its finest. Davina goes to this $80 to $100 million home. Oh my gosh, this home is amazing. And we get to see the owner. His name is Anand. I think it's Adnan, not Adnan. That's his name, Adnan. And he's a foreigner. And I only say that because his accent is super thick. He sounds like, I don't know, maybe he's Russian or Scandinavian. I can't really place it, but I know it's somewhere over there. He is a developer, and apparently he's been doing this for a very long time, very good at what he does. His home is immaculate. Love that home. But Davina goes there and she's like, hey, Brent and Jason said I can't do it for 100, so, or even 80 million. And he's like, well, I don't know what you're gonna do. And he kept calling her baby, and that accent was bothering me. Baby, listen, baby. And she's all squirmy and squatty about it. And she's like, I don't know, can we just come down on the price and maybe this and maybe that and maybe that? He stopped her. Wait a minute. He said, you're haggling with me. You need to be haggling with these people that are going to buy this house. Don't come here haggling the price with me, because I'm not the one that you're trying to sell the house to. I was like, oh, wind it back. That was hilarious. She felt stupid. He made her feel stupid. He keeps calling her baby. And it's like in a weird act, you know, a weird with baby. And I'm just like, oh God, I feel uncomfortable for her. I don't know. I think I may have been like, you know what? I don't even want this house, this man. This seems like a creepy situation. She's sitting there trying to get him to come off of that 80 million. They said 50. She went in there and said, well, they said they could do it for 60. Minimum 60. And he's like, okay, no, we're not going to do that. And that is an insult to him. But he agrees. He looks at his assistant, and it's funny because the whole time Davina's sitting here haggling, his assistant is like, oh God, girl, stop groveling. Oh Lord. Like, it was funny because they kept panning to her, and she had all the facial features in the world. So he finally decides to give the house to Davina. 3 months at $75 million. So we're gonna see what she can do. 3 months, 75 million. And we're gonna see if when she takes it back to Brent and Jason, how they feel about that. All right, so this is the end of episode 2. Make sure you guys have subscribed to my channel. Hit the blue bell for notifications. Thumbs me up. Comment down below what y'all think about this show. Do y'all watch the show? If not, get into the show. All right, let's do this next time. I'm out.